Hi guys, it's Mike here from KS Bushcraft Down Under. New swag, an ARB Skydome Double. So I decided to buy a new swag. I normally use a tent, and this will be for the single overnight stops. A couple of nights I'd rather set up a tent. So it's huge, and I expect that when I get it out of the box it'll be even bigger. So quick shot on dimensions. So in the box, the 58 inches or 148 centimetres, so about the same width as a standard double bed. We've got 48 inches or 36 centimetres by 15 inches or 39 centimetres. So she's a big boy in the box. And it's a pretty hefty lift, by the way. So the weather's just perfect for seasoning a swag. We're having showers, rain, sunshine, which will help the canvas season. So we'll get it out the box and see what she looks like. Okay, there she is, out of the box. Comes with a couple of huge silicone packs. I'll bet I'll never get it rolled up this tight again. So I'm expecting when I pop these buckles, it's going to expand a lot. Okay, we're out of the bag. It comes with instructions. I'll take some decent pictures so you guys can have a look. Straightforward. Anyway, looks like it's well thought out. Got decent sized buckles. Plus she's got a grab and carry handle. So that's looking pretty good. So I'll get it laid out and set up. And we've got a storm coming in, so that'll be perfect for soaking the canvas. Okay guys, so that's the accessory bag. Now I noticed at this end here, there's a sort of a fold and tuck going on. So that's going under, and that's going up and over. So that'll be important to remember, that I'm sure. So looking pretty straightforward. There are 3 bows and 2 stays. The 2 longer ones are for the middle and the head end, and the smaller bow is for the foot end. And there's 2 stays, one longer, one shorter. I assume one will be for the foot end. So the peg bag's the pole bag. It's quite good. It's got a separate bag part in there for the pegs, and the pegs look a reasonable quality. Hopefully you should really need to peg out a swag. Okay guys, following the instructions, I've inserted the 3 hoops through the canvas loop in the top. I've got them located at the bottom in the smaller of the 2 eyelets down there. It's pretty straightforward, pretty standard for tents. Now it says not to put the clips on until you get to this stage. So I'll now attach the clips, and we'll be able to have a look at it all. Well guys, that was pretty easy. If you've ever put up a tent with hoops on it, it's an absolute doddle. So first impressions, the quality is good, and it looks like a fair bit of thought's gone into most stuff. It's got YKK zippers. Now under this edge here it's beaded, which is a brilliant idea. So if the rain comes down, you've got that running all the way down to the base. It appears to have midgie mesh. The midgies are like tiny mosquitoes here in Australia. They can get through some of the thicker meshes on some tents. So the mattress is still expanding. It's got tie-down ropes. I could do with some better knots than that. I don't know if this is reflective. I'll check it out tonight. If not, I'll change it for some reflective cord. The ends can be pinned out. There's more cord again. Probably a lot bulkier than it needs to be. It's going to give you more ventilation. So it's all looking good so far. So if it doesn't rain in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to put the garden hose on it and wet it thoroughly. And over the next few days I'll continue to do that, to pull all the joints in the canvas, and I'll see if I need to use any seam sealer. Well guys, I've been having a bit of a nana nap. Mattress is the most comfortable swag mattress I've ever been on. I noticed it's got a removable cover with a zip on it. That's a good idea. So lots of natty little features. It's got pockets in there for your mobile phones and stuff, and up the top there, it's a bit dark, there's a slot to hold your headlamp and your keys out of the way. There's nothing worse than laying on your car keys and setting off the alarm in the middle of the caravan park or the campsite. So we're going to put the hose on this because the rain's not playing the game, and we'll get started on seasoning it. Okay guys, it's time to give it a bath. Well, certainly must be coated in something that's really beaten off me. Notice I should have gone through a loop in the top. Well, I'll know next time. Okay, so I'll put the top pole in. To get that in, I had to unclip the end there. So, all looking good. We'll see how it goes over the next few days of being wet and dry. Okay guys, a couple of days of rain has passed since we last saw each other. So, we spent a night in it in the backyard, like I've been a kid again. It was raining, stormy, we had fences and trees down around here. Perfectly dry. No condensation on inside, which is good. I had it fully boxed up. Only downside is getting in and out of the swag when it is raining. So the moment you open that flap, the rain hits your bedding. Unlike a tent that's got a bit of a vestibule, this has no vestibule. So probably if you're camping in the rain, some form of lightweight fly sheet or putchy tarp to keep the door area covered when you're getting in and getting out. But certainly the nicest swag I've slept in. It didn't feel like a coffin at all. There was enough room to stretch out my arm and plenty of room each way. So I've rolled it up. Now it is rolled up with a double sleeping bag in there, and it's I bought back in the 90s. So all it is feather, is mostly feather and very little down. So those sleeping bags themselves are bulky. This pack weighs in that 14 kilos, which is a fair lift. It's well thought out, and so far I'm really happy with it. So I'll be off for away for a couple of weeks. I'll be out of contact, and we'll be giving this a really good test. Anyway guys, that's all for this time. We'll catch you next time. If you like the content I create, feel free to subscribe, it helps me out greatly.